So this came in the mail today, and I think I know what it is. This is pretty cool, man. This is Andrew Fennyshell for passing 100,000 subscribers. That's pretty cool, man. Wow. I've dreamt of this moment for so long. What I'm kind of thinking for this 100K video is, obviously I wanted to unbox the plaque because this is just the coolest thing I've ever done. And then also I kind of figured I would just peel back the curtain a little bit and kind of give my story. Yeah, I hope me kind of giving my story is just inspiration for maybe someone watching right now who wants to get into sports media or wants to just do YouTube, forget about sports, anybody who finds this video. Because at the end of the day, like 2 years ago, I don't even know if I had 100 subscribers 2 years ago to this day. I'm going to try to keep this pretty quick because this could be a 10-hour video, but we'll save the full-length documentary for the day I hit 100 million subscribers. So why YouTube? And like, how did I get here? And kind of what's my story? So I remember the day it started. It all started one day in physics class, freshman year of high school, which, by the way, no freshman in high school should ever have to learn physics. That stuff's way too hard. To this day, biggest achievement's not getting 100K, it's somehow getting a B in that freshman year physics class. Because, yeah, point is, I was sitting in class and I remember talking to one of my buddies and just being like, you're telling me Stephen A. Smith gets paid millions of dollars every single day to go on TV and talk about sports? Like, and it was like dumbfounding to me. I was like, why wouldn't this be everybody's dream job? Like, why wouldn't everyone want to do this? So from there, my next step was, okay, what do I do next? So I applied for the school newspaper. I got to be the editor of sports, the editor of opinion, and then my senior year, I was the editor-in-chief of the entire newspaper. And actually, funny enough, the main thing I did as editor-in-chief of my high school paper was we would usually post like one big thick newspaper every 4 months. I was like, you know what, screw that. We're gonna start posting every single week and we're gonna start making video content. And then when it came time to apply for colleges, I decided I wanted to pursue sports journalism because that was the logical next step. So I remember looking at the famous alumni list of Northwestern University in Chicago, which at the time, all I knew about was that was the D1 school that had never made March Madness. And then the second thing I learned was that every single person that I grew up watching on TV went to Northwestern and studied journalism. So I was like, you know what? I gotta find a way to get here. Fast forward another few months, I was lucky enough to get accepted. To this day, still don't really know how. But shout out to the admissions officer who took a chance on me. And then, yeah, once I got to school and went to Northwestern, from there, it was kind of just all about like trying stuff. And like, literally, I just went headfirst into this whole world. I started doing play-by-play for the school baseball team, which was cool. I sucked at it. But towards the end of my freshman year at Northwestern, I went on a field trip, or not even a field trip, a road trip, I should say, with the baseball team to Penn State. It was like an 11-hour drive in the team bus, and I decided to vlog it. And that was the first ever video on this channel. Yeah, I remember I spent probably 40 hours editing that thing. I taught myself how to edit, created the worst thumbnail of all time, put it up on my channel. I think it got like 8 views, and they were probably my mom, my dad, my brother, and me 5 more times. Didn't matter. From there, that summer, I started posting a bunch of content on YouTube. Don't even think I cracked 10 subscribers the whole summer. I couldn't even get my friends to subscribe. But from there, I went back to school and kept studying journalism. And my thought process was still, okay, traditionally, everyone you see on ESPN was first a team reporter, or they like studied journalism and they were an actual journalist. But I was just like, I don't like doing journalism. I'm not good at reporting. I'm not good at the traditional big J journalism, right? So I was like, there's gotta be another way to get into this industry. And then I was lucky enough to do an internship at NFL Network the summer after my sophomore year, where I interned for their fantasy football team.
Coming up on NFL Total Access, week 1 of preseason action is in the books, and there are a ton of storylines to wrap around the NFL.
Coolest experience of my life, just being at NFL Network, getting to learn from all of their guys, all of their talent. I was a huge fantasy football guy, so I was like, yeah, this is a dream come true. But through that experience, it opened my eyes into the world of digital and social media. And I realized like that is the fast growing lane within this industry. So fast forward a couple years and I loved my college experience. I started a media company. I joined the student TV station as a sports guy. I was actually supposed to intern at ESPN, but that was the summer of COVID. So they unfortunately wiped out my internship. But basically I just kept getting more and more experience. And then I graduated and I took a job in sports social media with an agency, knowing that on the side, I was gonna start a YouTube channel and like really go hard at content. And I was just like, you know what, no matter what it takes, if it takes 4 years for me to get 1,000 subscribers, fine. I'm gonna work my ass off. And I just have always had this confidence that as long as you work hard and you try to get better, eventually you'll figure it out. Yeah, I moved into my own place in LA and started posting TikToks and YouTube shorts. And man, it was a grind. Like, I'm telling you, like when I first started, I was posting 4 shorts per day, every single day. And I did that for about 2 months before I even started cracking like a few thousand views per short. The beginning stages of starting a YouTube channel are a grind unlike any other, because not only does the algorithm not understand and not know who you are, and you don't have anyone watching yet, but you're not good yet. All my videos back then were, I can't even watch them anymore. Like I've deleted most of them off my channel. And so yeah, like for anybody who's aspiring to be a YouTuber, or to be a creator, or to work in this industry, my number one piece of advice is just start doing it now, because the longer you wait to start, just the longer it's gonna take. And then 2 is just to not care about the views as long as possible. Just care about getting better and like trying stuff. Just try different types of videos, try different formats, different styles, different topics, because eventually something will stick. And then once you find that thing, hammer it. So yeah, man, basically this whole time I was working a full-time job in sports. And then the moment I clocked out, I would start grinding out videos and I would start working on my channel. And that's really been my life for the last 2 years now. And I already feel like I'm rambling for too long here, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up. But yeah, man, look, this last 2 years have been the most fun I've ever had. Growing this channel, getting the opportunity to go to cool events, work with brands, create content, literally just talking about the NBA has always been a dream of mine. And the fact that 100,000 people care enough to listen to me talk about sports every single day is really, I can't describe it enough of how much of a dream come true that is. Now we're here, man. And so yeah, look, there's still so much I want to do. I want to do more long form content. I obviously want to keep crushing with shorts and TikTok and, you know, growing everything. I've got the merchandise brand. Don't overthink it. drewfennytv.com. Go support. I hope my story kind of inspires someone out there. My favorite DMs I always get are people asking me for advice about their channel. So if you've watched to the end of this video and you are trying to pursue YouTube, or you're thinking about starting a channel, or you've already started a channel and you need some advice on how to keep growing it, feel free to DM me on Instagram, on Twitter. Shoot me an email. Really, I don't care. I try to reply to every single DM and email I get. So you guys have given me so much. So however I can give back to you guys, whether that's giveaways, creating great content, or giving advice, let me know how I can do that. And so, yeah, man, like and subscribe. Road to 1 million starts now. Peace.